This ain't it, man. K-On and Bocchi the Rock. Why are people comparing those two? Okay, well, I mean, I know why. They're both band shows. But K-On is not just a band show, man. And honestly, Bocchi ain't either. I see the surface level comparisons. They both have an energetic drummer girl that ends up getting the main girl into the band, and that energetic drummer girl also has a bassist friend that's a lot more chilled out, more low-key. And there's also this one girl that's one of the more outgoing members of the group, and she needs to learn how to do the guitar because he has no idea how to play the guitar, so she's got to learn how to do that. And there's also this really shy girl in the group, all that fun stuff. But that's the thing though, these are all surface level comparisons. These aren't what the shows are actually about. Bocchi isn't about them trying to get Keisuke Band to be like a major, well-known name. And K-On isn't about them playing in the one place I forgot the name of. Nah. You ask someone what K-On is about, they'll probably say something like, about friendship and gratitude. You ask someone what Bocchi is about, probably say something like, it's about a girl who's trying to get better at talking to people and all that stuff. And when you compare it like that, don't those sound like almost opposite shows in a way? Like, we have one show where the band is so well liked, really for just being themselves, because they're just like a fun group to watch hang out. Kind of the draw of the whole show. They love the group so much, they all wear a bunch of t-shirts to show their support. They have the classroom turn into a concert, bro. All that fun stuff. Meanwhile, we have another show where one of the girls is struggling to even communicate, and the band as a whole is struggling to meet their quotas and still needs to prove themselves to get into their time slots and all that stuff.
Okay, well, how about this instead? We drop all the sensationalism and stop comparing two things that are absolutely nothing alike. That'd be cool, right?
When you look at what they do with those surface level similarities, they're pretty different. Do we really need to compare these two? Gotcha. As much as I think these shows are at their core very different, I gotta admit, there's some pretty nice things that have come out of people comparing these two. This mashup is pretty nice. Some of the art that's come out of this is really nice. Like, I really mess with these drawings. If you are gonna compare these two, you gotta do it right. I remember one time I was talking to a friend of mine. He was trying to put me on the show, talk as a lady's modesty. He said something along the lines of like, yeah, it's like a better band show than K-On. Listen very carefully. Like I said earlier in this video. Video? What video? K-On? It's not just a band show. We're at a PlayStation party. What are you talking about? And I'm sure Modesty as a Ladies Rock isn't just a band show too, but I think my point has been made. Seeing similarities between shows and being like, oh yeah, no, they're both band shows. This one's better though. It's not gonna lead to that sweet crossover content I talked about earlier, Comparing the two, making it seem like one is just the inferior version of another, that's no good. So, let me show you an example of a comparison done right.
Sega!
See, the comparisons between Mario and Sonic are how you do comparisons. Okay, maybe some people get a little fucking tense about it on Twitter, but we're not them here, alright? See, before Sonic came around, Mario and Nintendo were like the titans of the gaming industry. No one could touch them. They were like the apex predator, until a certain hedgehog came around. And you might think the hedgehogs aren't that high up in the food chain, but one was. Nintendo came out with the SNES as fast as it did to compete with the Genesis. Glad he made an impression. And so, the story after that is pretty iconic. Genesis dubbed with Nintendo, Sega would roast Nintendo, Nintendo would roast Sega. These two were at war with each other. This was the OG, truest console wars. This rivalry is iconic, even if I do wish Nintendo would acknowledge it a bit more. If Sonic wasn't 16-bit, then Mario had to be in 16-bit. If Mario was in 3D, then Sonic had to be in 3D. And if Mario was in a certain genre, then Sonic had to be in a certain genre. Their competition promoted a lot of pretty hype games and cool-ass moments. And I think the perfect encapsulation of this is a little game series called Sonic Riders. Even after Sega left the console war, no longer competing with Nintendo, Mario and Sonic were of course still compared to each other. And so if Mario is a kart racer, Sonic has to have his own kart racer. Sonic Riders is like, if we're gonna do a kart racer, we're doing a Sonic kart racer. It's not Sonic Kart, and I always appreciated that. Sonic's always been connected with skateboarding, so we got that there. And Sonic's always bringing the future, always bringing new things. So put that Y2K futurism on it, and bam, bro, it was tight, man. There's a reason why people were so excited about the Extreme Gear being in Crossworlds, you know? So yeah, Mario, Sonic, Mario, vice versa. Hypest shit ever. How many times do I need to say this before you get the point? I like Mario and Sonic. So yeah, it ain't a ripoff just because it's compared to another thing. Cool. But hey, low-key, I think I gotta ask, is being a clone even really a bad thing? Dude, I remember when I first found out about the Chinese Splatoon Android knockoff, Sepia Go. I wanted it so bad, dude. I wanted to be able to play Splatoon wherever I wanted. I wanted to play Splatoon in other places, not just in general. And I couldn't do that because Splatoon was only on the Wii U at the time, so there wasn't really any Switch option. Even if there was a Switch option, the Switch didn't exist yet either. Like, I wanted to play some Splatoon, man. I wanted to play, and Nintendo wasn't putting it on the 3DS. I wanted it to be on the 3DS so bad. Probably wouldn't have ran well, like, at all. But I mean, I still would want it on. I still want it on 3DS. I still want it on 3DS. I wanted to play Splatoon. It wouldn't even make sense because you're like gonna be out and about. You're not gonna have good Wi-Fi. I wanted to play Splatoon. You could have played the single player. That would have been fun. I remember wanting Nintendo to put like CPUs in the matches and stuff so you could play offline because my Wii U couldn't connect to the internet when I first got it. My mom was all like, yeah, no, we'll call Nintendo customer support eventually. And as a kid, you know damn well, eventually means never. We did end up doing it eventually though, so end up working out. Anyways, okay, this point is rapidly becoming something it's not. I'm just saying, there was some value to the ripoffs, especially as a kid. Like, if you didn't have the actual version available, or if you were at school or anything, Bonk.io. Anyone? Bonk.io? Yo, if you have not played Bonk.io in class, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. If you haven't played Bonk.io in class when you're not supposed to, bro, you gotta try it, alright? If you're still in school, try it. If you're not in school, don't worry. Let yourself be known in the comments, and you know, we can set up like maybe like a live stream, and then we can just pretend like we're in class and do that. You gotta do that, man. But yeah, Bonk.io kind of had some Smash Brothers blood in it, you know, platform fighter. I remember I also used to play a bunch of Rivals of Aether because I wasn't gonna mod my Switch or my Wii U, so if I wanted to play modded Smash, I had to get Rivals of Aether and play with a bunch of mods there. So that was fun. If you want to call Rivals a ripoff of Smash, you can. But I had many hours of fun with Rivals. And also a lot of storage space taken up. Hell, dude, I remember I used to play this one like Mario Kart game type thing. It was like made on Scratch by some random guy, but yeah, in class I used to play that sometimes. My point with all this is that clones had a lot of merit, not just when you were in class. There were other times that they had merit. Oftentimes, if you didn't have a game, what would you do? Find the closest ripoff and play that. I remember I wanted to get some Sonic games, so I would just look up Sonic games online and, you know, just find random Flash games that were like, yes, it's Sonic. Or here's the super pro move. If you have a game that you want to play that you can't play, go on Roblox. And someone probably made some sort of recreation of it. There are plenty of times where I couldn't afford a game, so I would just go on Roblox and cope. But yeah, there are a lot of sort of games that are pretty much just ripoffs of a pre-existing thing, but still pretty popular because sometimes you can't play your pre-existing thing. Ripoffs had merit, man. They kind of had a reason to exist, especially as a kid, man. Who am I kidding, bro? I remember before Friday Night Funkin' got a mobile port, I used to play Beat Battle because I wanted to play Friday Night Funkin' on my phone when I was in school. It's becoming clear to me that a lot of the ripoffs I played were because I was in school. But hell no, bro. I mean, I remember before I could get Minecraft, there were some random ripoffs on the Play Store that I would play. Good times. Good times. Man, I'm getting nostalgic. Alright, so ripoffs had merit if you were in a torture chamber. Nice. But that ain't everything. Sometimes games start off as a ripoff. You ever think about that? Bitch. See, a lot of genres, I feel like, start off with one game, and then every game is just a ripoff of that game. And eventually there's enough to where it's like, okay, we can call this a genre now, you know? The first-person shooter genre was originally called the Doom clone genre. Or how, like, we used to have racing games, and then we had Mario Kart. And then through Mario Kart, we got kart racers. You know what I'm saying? Or to use a more modern example, y'all know Genshin Impact? Pretty well known, pretty big game. Do y'all remember back when Genshin Impact was first getting off the ground, and they were like paying YouTubers to promote it and stuff. I remember everybody made fun of it because it was just like, oh, it was a Breath of the Wild knockoff. Now, it's a pretty big game, and you don't really see people comparing it to Breath of the Wild. You see people comparing Sonic to Breath of the Wild, though. Sonic is compared to everyone. A lot of games are just rip-offs of one game, and then they become a genre. That said, some of these rip-offs gotta have some originality to them to help build the genre. And when a game doubles down on its own originality, sometimes they can even surpass the original. Stumble Guys, yo. Fall Guys was the OG, or Fall Guys stumbled. Stumble Guys didn't fall. But speaking of which, I think we might have a new genre on its way. If this game does well. It's called Foamstars. Yo, you're finally giving the people what they want? Talking about Foamstars? Wait, do people want the Foamstars video? Nah, just me, man. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about Foamstars on this channel for a while now, but something always happens, and I don't get to talk about it. But alright, when this game got revealed, everyone called it a Splatoon ripoff, and yeah, I see the comparisons. Splatoon has really good music, and Foamstars had a really good song, so yeah, it makes sense. Now, okay, look, I do genuinely see the comparisons. I'm not even gonna call them surface level comparisons. Alright, it's like the core movement of the game. That's like a pretty, yeah, sure, fine, fair enough. But I don't know, man. Like I said earlier, a lot of genres start off with just being a ripoff of one game, and then all the other games rip off that game too, and creates a genre. And I think Splatoon definitely could do this. Call it like turf shooters or something, I don't know. But I remember a friend was watching me play Foamstars, and assumed that you had to do like the ink the most turf to win thing, and I was like, no, that's not what you do. So it kind of got me thinking, like, do people even know the main game mode in this game? Do people just think it's like a turf war thing? Because it's not. I'm just throwing it out there. It's this thing called Smash to Star. Basically, you've got to get 7 kills.
What you're about is not some kind of dangerous battle. It's a party! So, in this game, when we take down an opponent, we call it a cheer. Because when someone's getting too fired up, we gotta help them. So don't get it confused with a kill. This isn't like other games. Foam fighting's about having fun while keeping it courteous.
Oh, my bad. Chill. You gotta get 7 chills off the enemy team. Once you do that, their star player will be revealed. Kill that guy and... oh, my bad. Chill. Kill that guy and then you'll win the game. I've had matches where it's really close, like our star player is revealed and their star player is revealed, and then it's really hectic. I've also had matches where it's a complete knockout and we get all 7 and their star player and our team's not even touched. And I've had matches where our star player is revealed and we haven't even gotten a single kill off them. Oh, my bad. Chill. And so we gotta kill all 7 of their players and the star player, and we do while our star player is running. All the scenarios are really fun in this game. This is honestly the most fun game mode. Plus, there's a lot of charming things in this game. Like, I like the way the characters are all dancing, tapping their feet in the idle animations. This lobby is really nice. There's podcasts and radio shows that play while in the lobby. We got a Texas duck.
Now, take it from me. There's no better night for it.
I'm talking about the gameplay again for a sec. There's a lot of original stuff that isn't really in Splatoon at all. I don't really play hero shooters, so, you know, let that be known. But I really enjoy Soa's gameplay a lot. Like, all the vertical cool shit you can do with all her specials is, like, you would never see anything like this in Splatoon. And the way you gotta kill enemies with a kick is pretty satisfying. Oh, my bad. Chill. And it gives you a little bit of hope if your teammates are gonna save you. Just a little bit. This story is also not too bad either. Basically some basic shit. You know, this girl seems to off herself and then a sport gets invented through that. My bad. Chills herself. I mean, the story isn't like up there with one of the greats, but I mean, yeah, it's charming. It's nice. I don't know. This game is fun. It has its own unique thing to Splatoon. It also has a lot of its unique problems to Splatoon. And if it could double down on those good ones and step away from some of the bad ones, this could be a pretty goated game. I don't know. I do wish it wasn't live service though, because that just means it's gonna get shut down one day, but what are you gonna do? So maybe, hopefully, can a game switch from not being live service anymore? Like they've made offline versions when games are getting shut down, right? Can we like do something like that and then get like a CTGP going or something? That'd be cool. Anyways, it's the only time I'll ever get to talk about Foamstars. Take away anything from this video, try out Foamstars if you can. Yeah? Alright, cool. Peace. Wait, no, not peace. Fuck. But I know what you're thinking, Ashley. You're thinking, you have a bias for all these ripoffs, clearly. Why do you play a quote-unquote ripoff that you don't got a bias for? Yo, it's a flower. We got flowers in this game. I am getting a lot of Minecraft vibes, so I have to admit that. I'm not saying it's not its own thing. I'm also not saying it should just do a bunch of random shit to be original. It's not just change a bunch of shit to be original. You know, that's not what I'm saying either. I'm just saying similar to Minecraft, you know. But I know Minecraft gave Terraria a shout out. It was like 3D Terraria because everyone called this 2D Minecraft. So I just wanted to mention that. I guess I don't fucking know. What's up, guy? What's up, Colin? I can't talk to Colin. How do I talk to? There you go. I'm here to give you advice on what to do next. It is recommended that you talk with me anytime you get stuck. You fucking assuming I'm gonna get stuck? Probably am gonna get stuck, but still. I didn't even see you. Come here, slime boy. Oh, okay. Yo, Colin, I'm stuck. Never mind, I don't need you, Colin. Oh, yo. It's the flower from the loading screen. Look at that. Where's Colin at? Just be more realistic than Minecraft. It will be more realistic than Minecraft. Look at that. Yeah, I got myself a plum. Am I stuck down here? Colin? Yeah, Colin's not coming. I wonder what Colin's doing right now. Alright, I guess we go deeper. See if there's a way. Wait! I think all the Terraria fans have been yelling this at their screen, but you can place blocks, can't you? There we go. Yeah, I feel like I went into this being like, yeah, people call this a ripoff of Minecraft, and then I completely forgot like the basics of Minecraft. Oh, it's the logo! You here to fight? You here to fight? I'll take that as a no, Mr. Eater of Souls. One might say you're a soul eater. You gonna attack? You gonna attack, bro? Brother? Yeah, he will. Okay. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. 10 more. This is riveting. Got a stunt on him real quick. You know what? I don't really think that was the most stylish thing. I'm gonna try and outdo that next time. Yo, Colin! You should have seen the adventure I went on. It was, you know, probably like a standard Terraria adventure, but still, it was like, yeah, damn. Wait, you have health? That's my first little Terraria. It's officially nighttime. My laptop's about to. Yo, thanks for listening to me yap about ripoffs. Don't take this video as me thinking that all ripoffs are like completely warranted and like the greatest thing of all time, alright? Don't take it as that. I just want to give creds to all the ripoffs that I played and enjoyed. It's like, my name is Video Game This, and I speak for the ripoffs, except for the bad ones. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. But generally, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Keep on trying your best. I'm out. Peace.